Hi everybody, good morning. Your guy Bob here with another video, another podcast episode. We're on episode 14 now. And for the first time ever this podcast, we're gonna be reading a comedy book called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown. Yes, you're seeing it right now. It's called The Meltdown by Jeff Kinney, who's been selling over 250 million Diary of a Wimpy Kid series books since I don't remember what year. I don't remember exactly when he started selling these books, but this episode it won't be too long. Um, usually I'd read 20 minutes. I'd read 20 minutes a day. And this is how long my episode is going to be. So we're going to start. Get ready for the funniest story you'll ever see and hear about in this book. Here we go. January. Monday. Everybody in my neighborhood is outside today, enjoying the warm weather and sunshine. Well, everyone except me. It's kind of hard to enjoy a heat wave when it's the middle of winter. It's the middle of the winter. How's it winter in January? How's it winter in January and it's the heat wave? That's funny. It's January over here. We don't get heat waves in the beginning of the year. I mean, this is Arizona, and winter in January is cold. I don't know why you get heat wave in the winter. Winter is the coldest season of the year. That's totally off season, y'all. But it's funny. Look at that. And those listening on Spotify, yeah, listen to it again. It's kind of hard to enjoy the heat wave when it's the middle of the winter. Those listening, yeah, you just heard it. Those watching, look at that. People are calling this wacky weather, but it just doesn't feel right. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I think it should be cold in the winter and hot in the summer. That's what I was saying earlier. Because it's supposed to be cold in the winter and hot in the summer, not hot in the winter and cold in the summer. That's totally off season. My favorite off season joke is actually similar to that: selling pumpkins in the spring, which pretending it's October, November, and December, or selling pumpkins in March. Who'd do that? It's hard to. I've heard the whole planet is warming up, and that human beings are the reason. But don't blame me, because I just got here. All right, let's turn on. Who'd sell Christmas decorations in June, and Thanksgiving turkeys in May when it's the last day of school. That's totally off season. Those are in November and December. Alright, next page. If the world is getting hotter, I just hope it doesn't happen too fast. Because if things keep up at this rate, I'll be riding a camel to high school. They say the ice caps are melting and the sea is rising. So I've been trying to convince Mom and Dad to buy a house higher up on our hill. But they just don't seem all that concerned. It kind of makes me nervous that I'm the only one in my family worried about this stuff. Because if we don't do something about the situation soon, we're gonna we're gonna wish we did. It's not just the it's not just the rising sea levels. I'm nervous about I'm nervous about these ice caps have been around for millions of years, and there could be there could be things buried inside of them, and should stay that way. I saw a movie about the I saw a movie about the caveman who got frozen in ice. Whoa! How does somebody? Oh no! Got frozen in ice. Wow, that has never happened in real life. But it's a like a, it's all fake in this book. Yeah, it's all fake from this book. and when and when it melted thousands of years later, he was still alive. That is shocking, bro. That is shocking, y'all. Have any of y'all ever read this book? Please leave uh, whether you have or haven't, please leave a comment section below. And if you'd like to get this book, you can get this book at your local library or at your local bookstore. If you're interested. Alright, let's keep reading. I don't know if that kind of thing could actually happen in real life. But if there are unfrozen cavemen walking around these days, the night janitor at my school might be one of them. If we do figure a way out of this climate mess, it's probably gonna be someone from my generation who solved it. That's why I'm always nice. That's why I'm always nice to the smart kids, because they're the ones who are gonna save our butts. Nerd shove. Oh my god. Oh, this is epic. They get shoved down. Look at that. Whatever the answer is, I guarantee you, technology is going to be the key. That reminds me of me and all my smart home tech right here. Grown-ups are always saying that too much technology is bad for kids. We're talking about watching TV and playing video games, which I decided to take a little break from, from my computer and just read this book to keep me entertained for the day. In fact, as soon as I can afford one of these high-tech toilet, did I read this page? Yes, I did. In fact, as soon as I can afford one of those high-tech toilets that learns all your habits, gonna get the most expensive model. Yeah, I'm gonna get the most expensive model. Oh, what the heck? Hello, Gregory. I've been waiting. Hello, Gregory. I've been waiting for you. That's a toilet talking to Gregory. Hello, Gregory. I've been waiting for you. Look at that. A talking smart toilet. I don't know how Dive Wimpy Kid book has a smart... Dive Wimpy Kid series has a smart toilet. Okay. Listen to that, if you're listening. Hello, Gregory. I've been waiting for you. Girls watching, look at that. All right, we're about 9 minutes and 40. We're about 10 minutes. So let's hope that we finish like a chapter on on another day on the book. I've actually been preparing for when the robots take over by sucking up the appliances in my house. You're looking good today. Did you just get cleaned? So when there's a giant robot slash human war in the future, I'll be patting myself on the back, thinking ahead. My brother Roderick says the future people will have robot body parts, and we'll all be and we'll all be cyborgs. Well, I hope I don't have to wait too long for that, because I could buy myself a pair of robot legs. I could get a half hour. I could get a half hour of the extra sleep. I could get a half hour of extra sleep each morning. I guess we don't really know what's gonna happen in the future, and you could drive yourself crazy worrying about it. Even if we solve all the problems we have right now, some new thing will come along, and then we'll have to deal with that. I've read that's what happened with the dinosaurs. They're riding high for a couple 100 million years, and then an asteroid came and wiped them out. What's really crazy is the cockroaches were around back then, and somehow they survived, and they probably be here long after they'll probably be here long after we're gone. We're gone too. Personally, I think cockroaches are disgusting, but they must be doing something right. Speaking of survival right now, I'm just trying to get through middle school. And the last few days haven't been all that great. Even though it's warm outside, the thermostat at school still thinks it's winter. So the furnace is on full blast all day, which makes it hard to concentrate in class. And it's worse in the cafeteria, because there aren't any windows you can open to get fresh air. Oh yeah, that's terrible. Look, for those who are watching. Oh no, everyone is hot in the cafeteria. I don't know what kind of winter would that. I don't know what kind of winter would that be when it's the heat waves outside and the book and and a furnace in the school is on full blast. It's supposed to be cold for that. And it's worse in the cafeteria, because there aren't any windows you can open to get fresh air. Alright, let's see how much time we're at. We're at about 15 minutes. We're almost done with this episode. Let's see how much pages we have left before. We have about 4 pages. The heat has been frying my brain, and I've been forgetting when my school assignments are due. I forgot a really I forgot a really big one today, which was my country project for this international showcase. But in November, everyone had to choose a country to do a report to do a report on. I picked Italy because I'm a huge pizza fan. You picked so like to do a if you're doing a report on something, you pick if you were to do a report on a specific country, uh, uh, you wouldn't just be like choosing Mexico because you're a burrito person, or would you? Would you be choosing? So like when you're doing a school report on a specific country, would you would you be choosing Mexico because I'm a burrito because you're a burrito person? I would. I'd be picking Mexico because I'm a burrito person, or I could be picking Kenya because I could be picking Kenya because I'm a big tea person. We drink the Kenyan tea. Speaking of food, countries where specific foods are from, or would you be picking India because that's where the chapati came from? Or the UK, or would you be picking the UK because you're a fish and chips guy? Or whatever it is. But it turns out Italy was really popular. So my social studies teacher had to do a random drawing to decide who gets, and she chose Dennis Tracton, who isn't fair because his lactose intolerance uh, because he's lactose intolerant and can't even eat cheese. Woohoo! So the teacher assigned me Malta, which I didn't even know was a country. Anyway, that was 2 months back, and I didn't get my country project a second thought until today. And the only reason I remembered was because I got to school. When I got to school, everybody was wearing weird clothes. I probably should have realized it was International Showcase Day, where my friend Rally came by to get me for school, wearing a crazy get up. But he's always doing strange stuff, so I barely even noticed. In homeroom, I took a in homeroom I took at home I took a look at Riley's project to see how much work was involved, and that's when I started to panic. Whoa! His report looks like uh, his report his report looks like it took a ton of time. It was pretty obvious his parents helped him with with it. Of course. Sorry about the notification on my phone. Riley had actually been to the country. He got a sign, so I'm sure that it makes it a lot easier for him. I asked Riley to pal in switch uh, to pal and switch countries with me, but he's kind of selfish, and so he wouldn't go for it. That meant I was on my own, and I only had a few hours to do my whole project from scratch, and I don't know where I was gonna find a trifold this late in the game. That's when I remembered. Guys, we're actually gonna stop at 22 minutes. We were talking about some funny stuff. We're gonna stop like in a couple minutes, actually. That's what. So yeah, a couple more minutes. That's when I remembered that I had a trifold in my locker. I had started my country project that day after it was assigned, and I could get ahead of things for once. But when I pulled it out to see how far I gotten, I was pretty disappointed. Mysterious Mel. This project was 50% of my social studies grade, and I was desperate. I tried getting help from my classmates, but all that did was remind me I need to get some smarter friends. Any of you guys know where Malta is? In your butt. Oh my god. Well, you should listen to that. Welcome, whoever's watching. Alright. All right, we're just almost about to the end of the chapter. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, people. We're just about a couple pages to Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. And as you know, And I apologize for lifting my book a little too close to my face, but at least you got to, you know, see me read Diary of a Wimpy Kid book for the first time in a while, because the last time I read it was like August of 2022, but 2022, but this wasn't an actual podcast. This is going to be my actual podcast. My first reading of the book. If you're listening on Spotify, leave a comment on what you think, and you can add this to your library. If you're watching this, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next upcoming podcast episode. And I'll let you know once I find any ideas.